So tell us a little bit about yourself and the main reasons why you wanted to work with me.
Sure. So this has kind of been a journey that started in actually 2007, if I go back a bit. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is a hypothyroid autoimmune disease. And as a follow-up, when I moved to California, I met with an endocrinologist and found out I had thyroid nodules. And on getting those tested, found out in 2008 that I had thyroid cancer. So I had a total thyroidectomy, which means I have no thyroid any longer. And I also had a neck dissection, which means they took lymph nodes out as well. And some of those were cancerous as well. So on top of that, I was also diagnosed at the same time with insulin resistance. So that trying to take care of myself during a time when I was going through acute treatment for cancer was really difficult. I followed up all of that with radioactive iodine in the next year, and eventually what happened was I had a serious illness that stopped me in my tracks about a month ago. It was a recurrence, and it really made me stop everything. One, get rest, and two, rethink my lifestyle. And that really led me to you. I started seeing results immediately. Surprisingly. I thought it would take some time, but it really all came about very immediately. But after the diet, I really started, one, I think it really helped my digestion. Before that, everything I ate felt like it was getting stuck at the top of my stomach and was not digesting. And so once my digestion started to, I'll call it clear, I mean, I don't have that any longer, and I started to eat foods that supported my digestion, I think two things happened. One, I just wasn't as fatigued. And two, I think whatever, medications, especially my thyroid medications, were just better digested as well. So everything just was working better. So I don't have the fatigue. I have more energy than I've had in a long time. And for me, those are two huge pluses. Because, even from a mental clarity standpoint, just changing my diet has had a significant impact on my mental clarity. And I think that in itself, between the stomach and the head is worth the price of gold for me.
So tell us about how you felt when we first started.
I was really fatigued. I was taking afternoon naps. I was sleeping long hours, and just feeling run down. Before, my eating was just, I'll pick up something when I'm hungry or when it's time to eat, not when I was hungry. And they weren't good choices, but I was thinking, I don't have time. Now I see the benefit of planning, and even planning my list for the store. It's just simple. It's a lot simpler than I ever imagined. And I'm not having to overthink it every day.
I cannot tell you how many people reach out to me and say, I've already had my thyroid removed, I lost it. There's nothing I can do for my thyroid anymore. It's that sense of resignation that I feel in their voice, and disbelief that diet can actually change anything about that. What have you got to say about that?
Diet, nutrition in general, just support your health, period. This thinking about your thyroid when you're taking thyroid hormone is just as important. You're basically kind of substituting your thyroid hormone in your body, but you still want your body to function well in order for that thyroid hormone to work. So the nutrition for me has just been a big part of supporting all the other healthy things that I'm doing. So just because you don't have a thyroid doesn't mean I don't have thyroid issues anymore. It means actually you have a lifetime of thyroid that you need to be watching. And really just supporting with nutrition and many other things that are helpful are just going to have your whole endocrine system performing properly. And the medication, who knows, you may be able to lower medication, you just don't know. So it's like one of those things to try, and certainly your doctors will tell you all the same thing. Find a supportive diet and nutrition that will work for you long term.
Janice, thank you so much for coming out and sharing the story, your very personal story with us and the results within such a short period of time.
And thank you. Thank you for being there and being so motivating and giving me a lot of great options and ideas. That was really motivating for me.
Okay.